It's your favorite cousin L. Welcome to another episode of the Trapstrology Trap House. I ain't gonna lie, because I've started doing the live. It's almost like I don't know how to speak. Like I don't know how to introduce myself. Like I don't know what to do. Uh, so welcome to the Trap House here on YouTube and Spotify. This is where we are going to be doing our trap astrology for the week. I'm going to pull some cards, see what the energy of the week is, and I'm going to send y'all on y'all merry way. I hope that y'all have been enjoying this version of the way that we do the trap astrology and the energy reads. If there's anything that you would like to suggest or that you would like to see on this channel, let me know. I will be more than happy to attempt to incorporate it in it. Today is Sunday, February 11th. The moon is in Pisces. This is an ideal day to get into your spiritual journey, your spiritual understanding. A good day for meditation, reflecting, and understanding what your relationship to God is. We know that around the world that Saturday and Sunday are the days of the Sabbath for people in religious practices. But using today to understand what God means to you, what your relationship to God is, to the Most High, to the creators, is going to be beneficial and imperative for, again, the journey that we are on. Again, Pluto has been in Aquarius now close to a month, 3 weeks or so, and we've already been able to see how our groups have dismantled. So don't be surprised if church groups dismantle. We've seen TD Jakes. He's led millions of people to God only for him to not be who he has said that he is. So there has been a dismantling in that organization as well. With that being said, you leaning upon someone else's work, you leaning upon someone else's belief, you leaning upon someone else's tradition is not going to super serve you in the days, weeks, months, years to come. So it will be really good for you to use today for you to ask yourself, what do I believe in? Why do I believe in it? How did I start believing in it? And then kind of go from there. Tomorrow we will have the moon in Aries. This would be a good day to get our head in the game, especially for our plots and plans for the week. I talked today on the Black Church Celestial Mythology about how we can utilize the energy of the moon phase each week to infuse ourselves and our individuality and our tasks and our goals with that energy. So, for instance, if you lack Aries, like I do, tomorrow is going to be a good time for you to get into the energy of Aries, get into the energy of self starting and getting some momentum started in something, doing something without fear, doing something with confidence and pure awareness. Then Tuesday we'll have the moon in Aries, so execute your above plans. What did you plan on Monday? What are your plots, plans, executions for the week? How can you use your head to think about a situation or think through a situation? Then Wednesday we'll have the moon in Taurus. It's Valentine's Day. Use the energy of Valentine's Day to heal. I mean, even if you're involved in a relationship, this is going to be good for you guys to participate in intimate acts that don't involve sex. I mean, of course, do what you do, but make sure that there are greater levels of intimacy for you in your relationship. I mean, good sex is good, but it's so low rooted. It's in your lower chakras, it's in your lower frequencies that once you muddy or mix sexual energies into the relationship, things can get a little muddied. And, now you're only connected because of the sexual pleasure, but y'all don't have any other depth. So use the Valentine's Day to participate in, interconnectedness that's deeper than just the physical. If you're single, the moon is going to be, I think it's going to be square Saturn. If it's not square Saturn, it's a challenging opposition where envy, jealousy, mad, looking at other people's relationships, wishing you had their relationship, looking at your faulty relationship, knowing that you need to let it go, are going to be, on the forefront. It's going to be really important not to drown in that feeling, not to drown in that disdain. If you don't like it, change it. Literally, if you don't like the relationship you're in, change it. If you're settling for less, then change it. Only you can do so. Nobody is coming to save you. Thursday, the moon will be in Taurus again, so we can use this day for sensual alchemy. So whether that is masturbation and manifestation, connecting with your partner and you guys setting an intention, and at time of climax, both of you are focusing on that outcome, using your sensual release or your sensual capabilities to elevate your consciousness and your presence in certain modalities. Then Friday we'll have the moon in Gemini square Saturn. Get into your creative space and use that inspiration to complete a project or a task or to get it off of the ground. Saturday the moon will be in Gemini, also square Saturn. The haters are out, homie. Sorry, y'all, I ain't got no haters. All I got is motherfucking players. Like Ice Cube and Too Short. That's one of my favorite songs. That's literally one of my protection songs. It's a song that I use for protection because I mean, it's protecting you from the haters. It's protecting you from the police. It's protecting you from outside energies, and it's bigging you up. It's like, hey, I'm so blessed. I get money in motherfucking layers. Sorry, y'all, I ain't got no haters. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, it's a banger. I used to play it for every protection ritual. So if you were ever involved in a protection ritual like just a few years ago, you are aware of that. I'm gonna let spirit lead me on if I should bring group protection rituals back or not. But it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work and energy to preserve energy and space for collective people. So that's why I've always tried to do my best to show y'all how to do your work, teach you how to do your work. Patreon is a complete library of rituals, understanding, alchemy that you can do on your own. I even teach you, what happens if you don't do it right, or what happens if you haven't created a correct relationship with X, Y, and Z. So again, use your own empowerment, use the resources that you have at your hands to take care of yourself. But Saturday is always good for protection. It's always good for connecting with your ancestors. It's always doing good rituals. But with it being square Saturn and it being in Gemini, I love Geminis as much as anybody else, but their dark side, that inner twin, that hidden energy that nobody really knows, is ugly, and it can be very malicious. Along with square Saturn, you're already in your fucking feelings about something. So use the energy of this week to expand upon what it is that you already know that you are here to do, what you should be doing with your life journey this time. And let's see what the cards of the week say. Middle of the deck, Six of Cups, returning to what brings you pleasure, returning to the things that bring you comfort. And that is going to ultimately be the deciphering factor of what you see as success or what you deem as success. Maybe for a long while you have been taking notes or have been setting your expectations on the laurels of other people, and something's going to occur this week, or it already has occurred, that lets you know that luxury is actually this for me. I actually am the happiest when I'm doing this, and my happiness doesn't look like anyone else. So returning to that, and you see how she's giving flowers to a young child, that's going to be returning to some inner child healing. That's going to be prompting some inner child healing. Gemini is the inner child. So again, by the end of the week, when you're feeling a little tattered, or maybe you don't feel that way, it'll be good for you to conduct connection with your inner child so that they can be brought up to speed with the energies, and so that they can feel a little complete and whole. King of Wands. Now understanding where you want to go and what you want to do is going to be an adventure. Even if it's going to be a little hard or drawn out or long, it's going to be an adventure that's going to return you to your necessary status, stature, eloquence, elegance, excellence, all of those E's. Um, so just be willing to do that, and also know that sometimes you have to be willing to sever the ties, to sever the connection to whatever may be holding you back in the first place. Because when you do that, that's when you win. Nine of Wands. When you're willing to go off on the journey on your own, you're willing to tap into the things that you know, to study, to show yourself approved, to help yourself elevate and expand in consciousness. That's when you are able to receive the um, opportunities that you've been working so diligently on. And the final energy is Eight of Wands. So going on a journey, going away from people. It's a lot of wands, a lot of wands, adventures, opportunities, expansion, um, not trying to fit in, but doing things your own way, and receiving the rewards that come with that. So this concludes Trapstrology and the energy of the week. Y'all have a good one. Join me on Patreon for collective energy for the week, individual readings, so on and so forth. Patreon is just such a house of energy, rituals and alchemy and metaphysics and gematria, and you know it's hard to put it all under an umbrella. So I encourage you to join the Trap House on your own so that you can see all of the resources that have been provided for you. Y'all have a great week. Holla back.